Welcome to Peptide-proof, your source for rigorous, independent, evidence-based peptide intelligence. Today we're looking at BASF's new AI-designed peptides and type 3 collagen. At the recent Cosmetics global event in Barcelona, the chemical giant actually launched this fascinating dual-ingredient combo. We're really no longer just looking at adding traditional peptides to a formula anymore. We've officially entered an era where we are precision designing them.
So to understand why this matters, let's break down the first ingredient, the precision peptide. Typically, traditional skincare peptides act on very specific signaling pathways. Think about Matrixol, which stimulates collagen synthesis, or Argireline, which inhibits muscle contraction to smooth out wrinkles. But BASF's new AI-designed peptide, it takes a fundamentally different approach. Instead of just pushing the skin to pump out more collagen, it actually acts as an architect. It guides the collagen fibers, helping them align into a much more orderly, structured network. And this highlights a really crucial biological reality for us. Having a high quantity of collagen is definitely important, but the structural quality and the actual arrangement of those fibers, that is just as critical for overall skin integrity.
Which brings us perfectly to why these two ingredients were released together in the first place. They're incredibly biologically complementary. Our skin primarily relies on type 1 and type 3 collagen. When we're young, type 3 is super abundant, but thanks to natural aging and photoaging, it depletes way faster than type 1. So while that precision peptide acts as the architect optimizing the structural quality, the bioengineered, bioidentical type 3 collagen steps in to directly replenish the raw material volume the skin has lost. You can literally think of it like a construction site. One ingredient manages the structural blueprint and the other is dropping off the bricks.
Beyond the headlines.
Into the research. Peptide-proof.
Looking beyond just the biology for a second, this launch highlights a massive shift in the supply chain. By using an AI platform to optimize peptide sequences, BASF is really showing us that empirical discovery is stepping aside for data-driven design. Plus, achieving cosmetic-grade mass production of bioidentical collagen proves bioengineering costs have finally dropped to a scale that actually allows for widespread application. And let's be real, when a giant like BASF leverages its R&D at this kind of scale, it puts some intense competitive pressure on mid-sized suppliers.
As for when you'll actually see this in your everyday routines, the timeline is pretty clear. Because these are B2B raw ingredients, brands naturally need time to formulate and rigorously test them in their final products. We're looking at roughly 12 to 18 months for these innovations to transition from the laboratory over to consumer shelves. That means we can comfortably expect to see these advanced formulas hitting the broader market by mid-next year.
The entire industry is fundamentally shifting from simply asking what peptides to include to precisely engineering exactly how those peptides should behave once they're applied. The big question now is, how quickly can smaller brands adapt before the market standard permanently changes? That's all for this episode. Like and comment to receive materials from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.